Good morning once more, guys. I hope today was beautiful. Yeah? The night now. Okay. Today we'll be talking about the car dashboard, right? Because the car has a way to talk to the user or the driver, right? Either by a series of sounds, right, or beeps and sounds that are the same, or lights and indicators on the dashboard. So to be a good driver is also being able to detect when the car is telling you something, because there are so many lights that appear on your dashboard, some which are good, some which are warnings, and some are actually telling you, please just park, right? So we are going to go through that today. First of all, you have to identify each panel and what they stand for, right? This first one is called a tachometer. Tachometer. This is we are in page, for those that have the book, our school, our manual is 126. Good. The tachometer has only one function. Are we there? It's telling us. You see, accelerator. When I'm talking, I like to see people's eyes when I'm talking, meaning that we are communicating, right? When you accelerate, the level of acceleration, this is where you see it. This needle rises from 0 and is going. The more you smash on it, the more that needle rises. Even at a position where you're standing still, right? So this one, I like to call it the rev meter, because it tells you the revolution per second, I think, for of the engine, the level, the speed at which your engine rotates, right? Then the next one we have here, this is what you call your speedometer.
Let me ask a question on that.
Yes.
Yeah, my question goes to, like, now you are accelerating. Means when you remove your leg from the pedal,
Yes.
that thing will go back.
It falls back. Anytime you accelerate, it goes up. Anytime you decelerate, meaning that you remove your leg from the accelerator, it falls back down. Whether if you're standing or you're in motion, its function remains the same.
If anyone wants to use the turn and make it a mic, so that it will be audible.
Because it has its own functions, we'll get there. It tells you exactly where to even change your gears. Some people used to ask that, when do I know when I should go to gear 2? When do I know when I should do this? This is where you read it.
You know the level of
Yes,
fire.
that is only for the newbies, because the old drivers, right? They actually listen to the sound of the engine. They don't even look at that tachometer anymore, right? Okay, we talked about now we have what is called the speedometer. Now let's go for speedometer first. These are the vital things every car should have, right? Now the speedometer tells you the speed at which you are. This is the one here, the second one. It tells you if you are at 0, right, at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, you see there's a gap. So you estimate where you are. This is now the speedometer. This one says here that what? It means that that's the maximum speed of the car. It cannot go above 140. You have some at 260, 380. Yes. So with this illustration we're having today, the maximum there is 140. Then we have our odometer. Here it's at 0, 0. We are having here at 0, 0. That's you will never find a car at 0, 0 though, because from the time they fabricate the car, they must do a test run, and that test run is included on the mileage, right?
Yeah.
Yes, odometer is the mileage. It means that the distance the car has covered over its birth, from the day he was fabricated and he left the industry, the distance he has covered. Right? Then another vital one now is the fuel gauge, the fuel gauge, level of your petrol. We'll get there. I'm talking about the vital ones now, right? We are talking about the vital ones. No car should not have. Your fuel gauge, right? This is what tells you if your petrol is getting short or yes. The F stands for full, the E stands for empty, right? Then now this is another one here, very important. That's the temperature. It tells you how hot your engine is. The higher it goes up, the more dangerous it is. Standing here around the middle here is very normal. It's normal to be somewhere around the middle here. But once it starts rising from here and going up, something is wrong. Getting right to the edge. That's high. Not so. This is hot. This is cold. Are we there?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to our manual now and read. The dashboard. Mandatory elements of a dashboard. The first one there is what? The speedometer. The speedometer now is this one. The one in the middle. This one. That's the speedometer. They are talking about what? Mandatory. Meaning must. Is used to adequate. What's that? To educate your, this is joined, is used to indicate your speed in kilometer.
Indicate.
Yes.
It's used to indicate.
Yeah, I mean it's joined to indicate your speed. Yes. It's printing error. In kilometers. Right?
Yes.
Now you have the next one is what? We're talking about mandatory now. Odometer. The odometer now, this is our odometer. Is used to record the kilometer travel. No. Yes.
The other one is tachymeter.
This taco. Sorry. When we are reading from the book, at times you get carried away. It's used to record the kilometers traveled, access wear of the vehicle, trigger maintenance operations, calculate fuel consumptions, know the length of a journey. They are talking now about the odometer, right? Optional element now, which should be on a dashboard. They are talking about the optional elements. Fuel gauge, which we indicated previously, right? It says Also with a light to indicate the minimum fuel level. Then we have what? Oil gauge. Do we have an oil gauge on this simulator? No, it's not. We don't have an oil gauge here, but usually there's an oil light, which this is. When your oil is going down, you see this light, right? That's the oil light there. Then you have what again? The tachometer. Tachometer now is this one, right? It says what? Indicates engine speed, as we explained previously. Main controls now. Under main controls, you have the controls. What? The controls are grouped within driver's reach. You should be able to find them without moving your eyes from the board. Controls, which are the normal ones like your trafficators, your horn, you should be able to reach them without removing your eyes from the road or the board. Right? Good. They cannot take the horn and put in the back seat. Then you have to turn around and horn bed behind. So everything is at the dashboard. Okay, we have the list of those controls are what? Horn, control for windscreen wiper and washer, ventilation control, ventilation of windscreen, ventilation of top, yes, ventilation to the top of the vehicle. I think this our manual is kind of limited. Let's keep going. Indication lights. Let's go. I think we'll have to change this. Indication lights, there are so many of them. We are going to be talking about the vital ones, while yes. We'll talk about the vital ones because there are so many of them. Some are specific to some regions. There are some that are for desert. There are some that are for snow, places where where snow falls, right? Let's start with our regular ones here in our manual. The normal ones that every car has. There are so many, if you see, all of them. There are indicators on the dashboard. But some are specific to some makes and models of vehicles, maybe age-wise too. If the motor over old, plenty the new, see. If the motor too new, sometimes we talk always on new one and they again we know they yeah. Okay, we say now indicator lights, red light. When something is red, are we there? Yes. When the lights are red, not so. This is what it says in our manual. Alerts driver to an urgent problem. The engine is abnormally hot. The cooling level is insufficient, etc. When driving, no red light should be on. Right? No red light should be on, except for the hazard warning light, if required. Meaning, anytime you see a red light on your dashboard, try to identify it and why is it there. Are we there? Okay. After the red lights, now, okay, they are talking about the red lights here. Red light equals danger. Not so. Red light equals danger. Do not drive off or stop immediately. Are we there? Do not drive off with a car that has a red light. But to be specific, anytime you turn on a car, all those lights, almost all of them, come on temporarily before going off. to indicate that they are actually functioning. So don't start your car, then the lights come on and you think it's a fault. No. But it comes on just for some few seconds and then goes off back. Right? Let's be clear about that first. Not so. Now let's talk about the dangerous lights on your dashboard. Here they're starting with what? The parking brake indicator. This is it. Your handbrake. Right? This one. If your handbrake is up, there are so many people that drive with this light on without knowing why. Some people think the parking brake is capable of stopping a car. No. The engine of a car is powerful enough for you to drive with the parking brake on. It's going to wear down the parking brake, but the car will not stop going. Right?
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult to, for your takeoffs and the rest, but a good and experienced driver can get up with the parking brake up without even knowing and driving and going. But in most modern cars now, you will get a beep sound. If the light is on and you cannot see with your eyes, once you take off, you get a beep sound like that of the seat belt telling you something is abnormal. Right? Because the seat belt, so many people think that beep sound is just for the seat belt. There are so many things that comes in a car that uses that same. It says something is abnormal, meaning you have to look for it. When you hear the beeping sound, the first thing you do is what? You look at your dashboard. Anytime you hear a beeping noise in your car, you first of all look at your dashboard to see what it is. Is it your seat belt? Because the seat belt indicator is there. You will get there. There are so many of them. I cannot even identify which one is which one. Okay, this is it. It's also red, not so good. We have talked about the parking brake now. Good. Now you have the low braking fluid level. It's still the same sign for most of this our car. The only differentiation now in some modern cars is that it appears and then gives you a P in the middle to specify that it is your parking brake. Right? But with your normal, if you have any faulty system with your braking system, it's the same light that comes on. I had a friend, his handbrake is down all the time, but the light is on. He said, I put the handbrake, the light already remain. Now wait, I say your brake get problem. Add oil, your brake, your hydraulic for your brake. He come also go put hydraulic, so one camera enter, it disappear. He say, hey, I be checking now, I say, sensor for handbrake don't fail. I say no, it means the same thing. It tells you about the parking brake and it tells you if your braking system is faulty. The light comes on the same like that. If you see this represents the disc, right? And then those arms by the side represents brake pads. That's how it's represented like that. Are we there?
Yes.
Okay. The next one here now is what? Battery charging indicator. Where is it? Somebody should. Okay. This one is actually yellow, but we're talking about the red one, right? This one is yellow. There's no red.
Yeah. What is showing us?
When it's yellow, it's an alert of something that is wrong, but it's not urgent. Because I was trying to talk about the red ones. When it comes on, the same thing like this, but red, right? It means it's critical. When it's red, it's critical. We have what? Orange, or let's say amber or orange, because with the cars we say amber color, not orange. We have what? Battery charging alert. Are we there? It's yellow. It changes color. Normally, even when you turn on your car, it comes on red when you put it in act, because the car has several steps. You have on, act, then start. The next one here is oil pressure indicator.
I'm having a question like this. On that batteries, like that, if it happens that is red, the battery now is red, what will make it to be red?
There are several factors that come into place for your battery, right, to become red. Either it's not charging, it's a faulty system in your, it's a fault alert in your electronic system, right? Maybe the charger, the car charger, because it's there, right, it's not working. Or the battery itself is not accepting charge. There are so many things that can come, right? Even there are some wires that may have a short circuit and that light comes on, right? Yes. Once you see this, know that you have an electronic car or electric problem. Because they say motor electrician, right? You have an electric problem which should be solved. When it's amber, it means you have time to go to the garage. When it's red, that is when it's critical, right? Because we are talking about the red signals. Now we have what? The oil indicator. This is it here. Here is still amber, right? This is it. It looks like Aladdin's magic lamp now. It looks like a kettle, right? This one is telling you that the oil level is low. It becomes amber or yellow. When it turns red, it's critical. It means the level is low, it's critical, meaning that it needs to be topped off. Are we there? All of these lights, most of them, some end up ending only at the yellow level. Some have the ability to become red. Not so. We're talking about the vital ones. Now we have what? Temperature alert indicator. Who has seen it? This is it. It looks like a key that was tipped or a standing key. Yes. Right? That's coolant temp warning. That's what is written here. But it's a temperature indicator alert. Right? This amber color, same as I said, the yellow ones, it means it's manageable. But these are things that you shouldn't play with. When it concerns temperature in a car, don't play with it, right? Talk less of when it turns red. Or with our previous image here, the temperature, this is now the analog system, which is much more current, which we are using here. Have you seen it? Hot, cool. It's analog. It actually has a needle that keeps rising. Are we there? Yeah. Good. That's the analog system. Whereas the digital system is different. You see this. Right? Good. So when it's red, as we said, any red light is danger. Right? In driving in general, any red light is danger.
Concerning this red light, it is said that it is danger, truly.
Yes.
And that do not drive off or stop immediately.
Yes.
Is it that you stop gradually? What do you do?
When they say do not take off, right? Do not drive off or stop
immediately.
Meaning that you were driving already. When they say do not drive off, that is a sentence on its own. Meaning that if you start the car and after a few seconds, those red lights don't disappear from the dashboard, do not drive off. That's one part. Now, the second part is or stop immediately, meaning that you were driving already and then a red light comes on. When they say stop immediately, so when the light comes, you just stop in the middle of the road and be waiting? Yes. You drive at least for a distance. Some of them could be electrical. It can come on and go off.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, sir.
There is also a positioning. There's even in a car will tell you that the fuel is low depending on the position where it is parked.
Okay.
So it gives you a wrong alert. But after a few seconds, it readjusts itself. Not so.
Okay,
You
sir.
start a car and it's telling you that no fuel. Then you come over and go down. You discover so you still get half tank petrol. You don't understand how it happen. It's not magic fuel now. Yes. It's electronic. It has its, but normally, as they said, do not stop immediately. As you see the red light, you drive and then you can slow down your speed and maybe moving by the side to see if it's really critical. Not so as simple as that. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Good.
That happens at the side where parking is prohibited.
Where you can't stand.
Stand.
Yes. On a motorway, if it's prohibited for you to park or to stand there, what do? You have to shift a bit because those lights don't come up on meaning that it is dead. It is telling you that danger. Not so. It's an alert, as we say. They are all alerts. They are not telling you that the car is dead. It's telling you that it's critical. Critical does not mean you must stop here, that there's no way for you to shift even a few miles ahead before parking. Right? Good. Now we have what they say here, the orange light. The orange light or the amber lights. They say what? Orange lights are reminders. They remind you of something. Right? The same way as we said here, this one is what? Cooling, that cooling is not red now. It's a reminder to tell you that the level of the cooling fluid is low. So go and top it, add up. As we use water for here. Yes, but radiator coolants then but plenty of people prefer to use water. So when you see the one over yellow, go add water. Good. So the one that remind us, the yellow lights remind us. This one is what? Starter indicator. Starter indicator petrol. We don't have it here on the board. It's not very current. Now, this one is preheat indicator for diesel cars only. This is it here. The coil. It's like a coil. Diesel cars need preheating, meaning you must heat it first before it starts. Right? You find this only in diesel cars. This sign here. You have brake pad wear indicator. Means say your brake pad on the finish. When I alert, so who can see it here? Do we have it here? This is it. This is it here. Let me try to zoom it a bit for our viewers at home because we don't actually really need the writings. Good. Brake pad, it means say your brake don't finish. It will warn you. But it don't mean say the brake don't finish. You want this so you will still drive for some time. Not so. But it's just simply telling you that think of changing it. As we said, it's what? A reminder. Yellow lights are reminder. Rear window defrosting indicator. I think in our last class, I told you if you look at the back screen of a car, you will see some small, tiny black lines passing in the yes. That is the rear window defrosting system. That's the system. It warms up the glass to put down dew or snow. If snow is on your windscreen, any small heat when ice is present, what happens? It becomes liquid now and it slides down the screen. So the thing it does is it warms up the screen to defrost it. Are we there? Good. Now we have minimum fuel alert indicator. Where? Okay, yeah. This is it here. It's yellow here, right? Still, it's reminding you to go and top off. It does not mean that your fuel is finished. When it turns red, it's something else. With the manual or the analog system, the needle falls to the empty, right? And then a light comes on. At times, the light comes on at the same color, the yellow color, right? And then it gets to a level, it starts blinking. When it's blinking, it means it's critical, meaning the level are too low. And one thing that is bad about driving with a car that the tank is almost empty is because fuel has dirt, residues in it that slips at the bottom of your fuel tank. And then when you permit the car, when you drive a car with an almost empty tank, what it does is it takes out the dirt at the bottom of the tanks and sends it into the system. It clogs pipes, your fuel filter gets dirty, and so on and so forth. Right? Good. So as we said, yellow warning, right, is reminder, and then now red becomes a warning. Good. The next one is rear fog light indicator. Very few cars do have a rear fog light. This one? Yeah. Yes, this is a fog lamp. The fog, that's the fog lamp. But the indicators are the same. Fog lamp, front or back. Right? Yes. This one simply tells you that it's on. Are we there? It tells you it's on. It's a warning. It was a reminder that that lamp is on, so that if you don't need it, turn it off. Now we are going to, for the green lights, green or blue lights. They come either it's green or blue, right? Green or blue light indicate lights which are not dipped headlight, main beam headlights. We have seen one blue here now on our board, and it says what? High beam on indicator. Means that all your headlamps are at the high level. You must use it for a reason, right? Yes. You must use it for a reason. So if you see it on while driving in the day, it means what? If you are not the one that turned it on, turn it off. Are we there? It's not a dangerous light. It's just also a reminder to tell you that I'm on, for you to know that it's working. Are we there? Good. The next one is what? Dipped headlights. We have it here. That's it. If you see the arrows point down now, it's telling you that your lamps are down. You can be driving and you say, why the hell lamp is shiny? Maybe so. You look for dashboard now. That's no more. When you look for dashboard, you say, why my headlamp is shining? You want to look at another one that appear where the show of down so. You understand, okay, no doubt. Then you push up the front. Me climb that turn so. You want a high beam, low beam. You see the arrow, bend or straight, right? Front fog lights. Do we have any front fog light here? According to this, the drawing is different. It's green. We don't have any green again here now. But this is normal. This is the normal one that comes on in almost all cars. Because they keep talking about rear fog lights, right? They talk about rear fog lamps. I've hardly seen a car here for with Obama that we get back fog lamp. We fog now for front. Now they like this. It always been a one. Yes, those are fog lamps. We have now what? Indicator functioning. So we call and say trafficator now. They don't draw them here. No, they. Let me see in the other illustrations. Oh, this is the same drawing. Is this a? Let's take that analog now. Let's go back to our analog. This is now. Yeah, left and right. It's always indicating with the arrows. You see this arrow, so they show you whether it go left or it go right. Okay, now someone in there, they never talk over here, I think. Okay, let's keep reading and see where we get. If we reach some place where they know about someone, they will talk and all. That sign here, there is the main headline. That one will talk high beam now. Yes, now in that they say wait, at least 2 main beam lights, right? Okay, no, they're trying for you to understand now. There are images there, right? They want to tell you what it does, but I'm sure we shouldn't go there because for our other people, they don't have the book now. So when it's on, it means that their headlamps are on. But now in our book, they are trying to show us images to understand what they are talking about. But I believe it's pretty simple now to understand that your headlamp they on, low or high. Maybe so. Plenty light in day. Now, so one of you who can tell me what this could indicate? It's there in the drawing now. Yeah. What's that? Son of a boot that. Hey, back boot or the boot, rear boot open. Rear boot open. But there's the other ones that they call door ajar that opens, right? But most of the motor you come now that door ajar. Whether na back boot, na front door, na back door, na the one, it is showing at the same light. But someone then now with this modern motor, it actually show you the one way they open. Even a back door, left side, right side, front door, front side, right side or left side.
Or the bonnet.
Or the bonnet, it will show you directly how we see here. It is showing a back boot, say back boot they open now. Yes, there are cars that have the ability to actually tell you the door that is open. But there are some that the light comes, it just shows you the doors of the car open. It could be the boot, it could be the back boot, it could be the back door. When it come on, they say, when I test, when I door them, any man will open the door, lock and back, boom, boom, boom. When the light lost, driver say, confirm. We go. Now, analog system. Okay. Then we'll give you 1-2 way, that's a light way, overcome on for see. Check engine. It is not specific to any problem. It's telling you that there's a problem with the engine of the car, which is not critical. Say check. When you get the time, you go gear, meaning check out, right? It means it's continually function well according to the motor computer system. Because all the things on a computer controller, right? Yes. It's telling you simply that go and check your car. Something is wrong. It is not critical, but it's still a problem. As we said, yellow lights what? They are reminders. Not so. But if it turns red, Papa, fine place. Go for the nearest certified mechanic.
Yeah.
Yes, no car and go put them some place. So man go tell you say papel a shaft. Say na papel a shaft the worry. You say papel a shaft na wait till they scatter all your engine put up down. Yes, go to a certified mechanic. Which other light have we not talked about? Anyway, here we are seeing this now. This is because it is an automatic vehicle. Are we there?
Yeah.
It's automatic. Where is the gear of that car now? The middle that is DG means what? Drive. This is it. It's here. It means that this is the one that is active. If you go to reverse, the green light will move there. And so on. It goes wherever you move the lever. So most automatic vehicles have the ability to indicate on the dashboard wherever the gear lever is. We all know what each one stands for, right? Good. Any other lights?
That ABC.
ABS.
Okay.
That's the anti-brakes locking system. Brake locking meaning what? When you drive motor now. Some people they talk saying an automatic braking system. No. The only thing where the ABS for motor the driver do na say it prevents me you mash brake over. Me the tire and lock. Me the motor slide say chua. Because any time when motor the slide, that means the brakes need to work fine. The tire supposed to turn for you to get control for that motor. But if the tire stops to chua, we have footable brake. If you like you turn on the left, it go na always straight. Why? Because that tire don't stand now. The direction for the tire no get used again. For front tire to function, it must the rotate. So the anti-brakes locking system, it simply prevents that thing when tire is slide now. It free the brakes you want. Make the tire return so that if you control the motor go left or go right. Because if you see some motor for your front, if the car will speed, you mash brakes it, chua! Your motor may chua! You turn your steering hard, the motor no go change direction. It go over the steering. But if the tire rotate, you turn the steering, it go turn. So now ABS function that it try to make sure that tire no lock. In case of that emergency where you stamp onto your brake, it release the tire from time to time so that if it takes some direction. Are we there?
Yes.
It clear now?
Yes.
Yeah. So for that viewer, there no be automatic braking system. Oh. Yes. Yes. So Manfi owns an automatic braking system. Good. Which light they again? We never talk about that.
The one in the red like that. That one.
SRS.
No.
That should be the airbag. You know about airbag with a motor?
We exhaust the.
Which exhaust again? No pa.
No, not here.
Yes, yes. These ones are limited.